It's week 18 of A Year of Wisdom. Let's get to reading. Day 126. Job 6. Then Job answered and said, "Oh, that my grief could actually be weighed and placed in the balances together with my tragedy, to see if my grief is the grief of a coward. For now it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words have been incoherent, because the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks their poison. The terrors of God are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray when he has grass? Or does the ox low over his fodder? Can something that has no taste to it be eaten without salt? Or is there any flavor in the white of an egg? My soul refuses to touch them. Such things are like loathsome food to me, sickening and repugnant. Oh, that my request would come to pass, and that God would grant me the thing that I long for. I wish that it would please God to crush me, that he would let loose his hand and cut me off. Then I would still have consolation, and I would jump for joy amid unsparing pain, that I have not denied or hidden the words of the Holy One. What strength do I have left that I should wait and hope? And what is ahead of me that I should be patient and endure? Is my strength and endurance that of stones, or is my flesh made of bronze? Is it that I have no help within myself, and that success and wisdom have been driven from me? For the despairing man there should be kindness from his friend, so that he does not turn away from, the fear of the Almighty. My brothers have acted deceitfully, like a brook, like the torrents of brooks that vanish, which are dull and dirty because of ice, and into which the snow melts and hides itself. When it is warm, they are silent and cease to flow. When it is hot, they vanish from their place. The paths of their course wind along. They go up into nothing and perish. Your counsel is as helpful to me as a dry stream bed in the heat of summer." The caravans of Tema looked for water. The caravans of Sheba waited for them in vain. They were put to shame and disappointed because they had trusted that they would find water. They came there and were ashamed. Indeed, you have now become like a dried up stream. You see a terror, believing me to be a victim of the wrath of God, and are afraid to be compassionate. Did I ever say, "Give me something," or "Pay a bribe for me from your wealth," or "Rescue me from the adversary's hand," or "Redeem me from the hand of tyrants"? Teach me and I will be silent, and show me how I have erred. How painful are words of honesty. But what is your argument proof? Do you intend to reprove my words with a convincing argument? When the words of one in despair belong to the wind and go ignored, you would cast lots, gamble over the fatherless, and bargain away your friend. Now please look at me and see if I lie to your face, for you know that I would not. Turn away from your suspicion. Let there be no injustice. Turn away, my righteousness and vindication is still in it. Is there injustice or malice on my tongue? Can my palate not discern what is destructive? Proverbs 6. My son, if you have become surety, guaranteed a debt or obligation for your neighbor, if you have given your pledge for the debt of a stranger or another outside your family, if you have been snared with the words of your lips, if you have been trapped by the speech of your mouth, do this now, my son, and release yourself from obligation. Since you have come into the hand of your neighbor, go humble yourself and plead with your neighbor to pay his debt and release you. Give no unnecessary sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Tear yourself away like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, and like a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, O lazy one. Observe her ways and be wise. which, having no chief, overseer, or ruler, she prepares her food in the summer, and brings in her provisions of food for the winter, in the harvest. How long will you lie down, O lazy one? When will you arise from your sleep, and learn self-discipline? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to lie down and rest. So your poverty will come like an approaching prowler who walks slowly but surely, and your need will come like an armed man making you helpless. A worthless person, a wicked man, is one who walks with a perverse, corrupt, vulgar mouth, who winks with his eyes in mockery, who shuffles his feet to signal, who points with his fingers to give subversive instruction, who perversely in his heart plots trouble and evil continually, who spreads discord and strife. Therefore the crushing weight of his disaster will come suddenly upon him. Instantly he will be broken, and there will be no healing or remedy, because he has no heart for God. These 6 things the Lord hates. Indeed, 7 are repulsive to him: a proud look, the attitude that makes one overestimate oneself and discount others, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that creates wicked plans, feet that run swiftly to evil, a false witness who breathes out lies, even half-truths, and one who spreads discord, rumors, among brothers. My son, be guided by your father's God-given commandment, instruction, and do not reject the teaching of your mother. Bind them continually upon your heart, in your thoughts, and tie them around your neck. When you walk about, they, the godly teachings of your parents, will guide you. When you sleep, they will keep watch over you, and when you awake, they will talk to you. For the commandment is a lamp, and the teaching of the law is light, and rebukes, for discipline are the way of life, to keep you from the evil woman, from the flattery of the smooth tongue of an immoral woman. Do not desire, lust after, her beauty in your heart, nor let her capture you with her eyelashes. For on account of a prostitute one is reduced to a piece of bread to be eaten up. And the immoral woman hunts, with a hook, the precious life of a man. Can a man take fire to his chest and his clothes not be burned? Or can a man walk on hot coals and his feet not be scorched? So is the one who goes into his neighbor's wife. Whoever touches her will not be found innocent or go unpunished. People do not despise a thief if he steals, to satisfy himself when he's hungry. But when he is found, he must repay 7 times what he stole. He must give all the property of his house, if necessary, to meet his fine. But whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks common sense and sound judgment, and an understanding of moral principles. He who would destroy his soul does it. Wounds and disgrace he will find, and his reproach, blame, will not be blotted out. For jealousy enrages the wronged husband. He will not spare the guilty one on the day of vengeance. He will not accept any ransom offered to buy him off from demanding full punishment. Nor will he be satisfied though you offer him many gifts, bribes. Ecclesiastes 6. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it weighs heavily on men. A man to whom God has given riches and wealth and honor, so that he lacks nothing of all that he desires. Yet God has not given him the power or capacity to enjoy them, all those things which are gifts from God. But a stranger, in whom he has no interest, succeeds him and enjoys them. This is vanity, and it is a cause of great distress. If a man fathers 100 children and lives many years, however many they may be, but his soul is not satisfied with good things, and he is not respected, and is not given a proper burial, He is not laid to rest in the sepulchre of his fathers. Then I say, better the miscarriage than he, for the miscarriage comes in futility, in vain, and passes into obscurity, and its name is covered in obscurity. It has not seen the sun, nor had any knowledge, yet it has more rest and is better off than he. Even if the other man lives 1,000 years twice over, and yet has seen no good and experienced no enjoyment, do not both go to one place, the grave? All the labor of man is for his mouth, for self-preservation and enjoyment, and yet the desire of his soul is not satisfied. For what advantage has the wise man over the fool? For being worldly wise is not the secret to happiness. What advantage has the poor man who has learned how to walk publicly among the living, with men's eyes on him? For being poor is not the secret to happiness either. What the eyes see, enjoying what is available, is better than craving what the soul desires. This too is futility and chasing after the wind. Whatever exists has already been named long ago, and it is known what a frail being man is, for he cannot dispute with him who is mightier than he. For there are many other words that increase futility. What then is the advantage for a man? For who, limited by human wisdom, knows what is good for man during his lifetime, during the few days of his futile life? He spends them like a shadow, staying busy but achieving nothing of lasting value. For who can tell a man what will happen after him, to his work, his treasure, his plans, under the sun, after his life is over? And as always, I appreciate you being here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell so you'll get notifications. And make sure to hit that like button as well. And I will see you tomorrow.
And my
Maranatha.
heart is worry-worn. I know without a doubt you'll carry me out of the storm. I'm standing at the crossroads. I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord. It glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.